Hi Scorpio, my name is Jackie Starr. I'm here to do a tarot reading for you. It is November. We're reaching the end of November. I don't like to do a specific time frame on my messages. I would just like to say that when you land on this, that is when it will be meant for you. I will be doing monthly readings, but I don't necessarily want to label them. So, thank you so much for clicking on my Scorpio video. This will be my first time doing a spread for the sign of Scorpio that I am aware of. This is my first general reading for Scorpio. So, let's go ahead and get started. I'm really excited. It is Scorpio season, so it's the best time, a good time, to do a reading for Scorpio. Can I please have messages for Scorpio, please? General reading for the sign of Scorpio. This message is not going to resonate with everyone. That is impossible. But hopefully it does resonate with you. If it does not resonate with you, then you can check another reader's channel. But usually my readings are pretty good, so I'm told. Could I please have another card for the sign of Scorpio? Another card for the sign of Scorpio, please. Another card for the sign of Scorpio. Another card for the sign of Scorpio, please. Another card for the sign of Scorpio, please. Three more cards, please, for the sign of Scorpio. Three more cards, please, for the sign of Scorpio. Two more. Two more cards. Thank you. One more card, please, for the sign of Scorpio. Okay. Alright, so our first card is Unfinished Symphony. I love this card. It could sound scary to some people, maybe. But this is a very beautiful card. Unfinished Symphony. The reason I love this card so much is because it's about something that has not been completed yet. It is about it could be about not having closure, but in the end, it really means that the unfinished symphony is usually a learning lesson. So there could be something going on in your life right now that has not come to its full completion yet. And this card, meaning that it has not come to its full completion because there is still something to take from the situation. There is still some evolving that needs to happen so you can really learn from it, grow from it, and what the situation was brought into your life for in the first place. This is that reason. Once situations end, the very best thing we can do, whether it's good or bad, is learn from the experience and learn from what happened, because whatever was put into your life, it was put there for a reason, to strengthen you, to kind of test you, to give you more courage, more strength, more self-love, more healing, and even develop you for something stronger. So, like a stronger person that you are supposed to become, maybe to prepare you for something else. So, that's why I love that card. It's just really beautiful to me. Our first card was Unfinished Symphony, and our next card is Never Ending Story. And those cards sound a lot alike. The difference between Unfinished Symphony and Never Ending Story is Unfinished Symphony is something outside of you happening. Like other people, positions you're in, jobs, family. It's something outside of you that has come to teach you a lesson, to build you into a stronger being. And Never Ending Story is inside of you. You can see the girl on this card is just really, just a second. I have some family over. I'm not sure if you can hear them, but okay. Sorry about that. So anyway, Unfinished Symphony is something outside of you. Never Ending Story is something in you. Something in your mind. Something that you're going over and over. It's like, it could be a card signifying regret. So you could be replaying something over and over in your mind. You could be going through something over and over, like the Unfinished Symphony. But this is letting you know that whatever you have been going through, it is not finished yet. If it is going to come to an end, you will be able to get the closure you need, as long as you stop going over it in your mind over and over again and just dwelling on it and driving yourself crazy about it. It's better to just understand this as an unfinished symphony for a reason. The reason is to build you into a stronger person, and so you can be ready and more prepared for the next phase of your life. So it's funny because the next card we have is TikTok. And this card is all about divine timing. And these cards, really all three go together a lot. Like Unfinished Symphony, you have the Never Ending Story, which is you probably replaying it over and over, just going over the same old thing, and just really wearing yourself out with it, stressing yourself out, feeling like sadness from it. It's just driving you crazy. You're feeling regretful and things like that. And then TikTok is letting you know that this is divine timing. So the unfinished symphony that you're going through, just know that it's all in the universe's time. This is all for a reason, and it's not meant to end yet. It will be in divine time when it is meant to happen. So just relax and just be kind to yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself about this. Don't beat yourself up about it. And just know that this is in the plan, and that the timing will all come together when it is meant to come together, when it is meant to happen. And when this timing occurs, you're gonna understand why you kept replaying this in your world. So just relax. Don't beat yourself up, and know that it's not under your control right now. It's under the control of the universe and divine timing for your life and your journey. And I think the next card we have is pretty funny, and it's Observer. And I laugh at that because Scorpios are actually big observers. I have one of my best friends is a Scorpio, and it's actually her birthday today. So happy birthday, Laura. I love you. And Scorpios are major observers. If you're ever around one, sometimes you can just look over and see them like really filling something out and just kind of looking and taking it in, and just getting that, they have that perceptivity where they just like to observe things through their own view. And this card, it has the little wolf here, and he's looking through a telescope, and he's observing. So maybe you are going through this never-ending story in your mind, and you're trying to step back and observe everything. And that can be a great thing and a healthy thing until we start to only see what we see, or, you know, it's like looking through your own lens, and we can get in that place. So it would be really helpful in this situation to take a step back and try to get this way bigger picture of what's going on right now, other than looking at it from this really close up perspective, close up view, and try to put yourself in other people's shoes as well and see other sides, and just get out of your own mind. Because once you step back a little bit out of your own observation and look at it through different telescopes, you might be able to see something a little bigger here than what you thought it was. Or maybe you'll be able to see the good that can come out of this a little more than just focusing on what could go wrong. The next card we have is Go the Distance. This card is all about like that last mile. It's about strength. It's about endurance. It's about a test of grit and energy. And this one is telling you to just relax, believe in this divine timing, because you only have a little bit longer to go. Whether this could be about like finishing school, a job, a relationship. It's kind of like maybe thinking about something coming to an end, or wanting something to come to an end, or knowing something is about to come to an end. But just having faith that it's all going to happen in divine timing, to not overstress yourself about it, beat yourself up about it, and go and dwell on it. Just get a clearer picture on things. Get a better perception on things. And sometimes we get in our own heads. I know I do. I'm a Gemini, and I think we're probably the worst for that. And when you get in your own head and you get in your little bubble, it's so hard to see this light at the end of the tunnel. Everyone does it. And there are just certain triggers for everyone. Different triggers for everyone that can cause us to get in that little bubble and just kind of hear things how we want to hear them, or see things how we want to see them. And it's not always the case. So if you can just learn to trust the process and the timing, then I feel like you would be able to clear your emotions and your mind and your worry and your anxiety so much if you just have faith, because this is just your last little bit to go, and he is crossing the finish line. You don't see him trying to reach the finish line and it's like, oh no, I don't know if I'm gonna make it or not. He is clearly crossing over that finish line. So sometimes life has these little tests for us, and this could be just the last little bit of this test, and then you can get the closure you need and the peace. The next card we have, it's Truth Be Told. And in this card, I always like to mention this mask here. When this card comes up, it could be someone else wearing a mask and lying to you. It could be about yourself wearing the mask and maybe lying to someone or people. But in this reading, the way the cards are laid and the cards we have, I'm feeling like this goes with Observer. Because in Observer, I explained that you could be seeing things through your own telescope. So, if you see this owl here, he's up in the sky, sitting on the mask. The mask is not on him. He is on the mask. He is controlling this. And he also has this window, this other, even more of a view. And he's opening it up and saying, look, come to this window, because this view is infinite. You take this telescope away from your eyes and instead look through this window. Because when you're looking through this telescope, you can see this much. But when you look through the window, you can see everything. And that's going to be very helpful to you to get this bird's eye view right now and see this bigger picture, because it's going to be for, the situation is meant for you. This spread is telling me this is all about you. And I feel like you're going through some struggles right now, Scorpio. I feel like you're going through some troubles in your life, and even more so in your head. And you don't want to get too deep in your head and your worries and your anxiety. This is telling you to really have faith and just trust in this plan. This is here. This came into your life, whatever it is, come into your life for a reason. And it's to make you a stronger person and get you ready for the next big part of your life. So you want to really step back and get this bigger picture of everything. And it's going to be really helpful for you to do that. Our next card is the Tribe. This card is about your place. It's about coming into where you are really meant to be and where you are most comfortable, most happy, and you also have people around you that you really love and care about, and that love and care about you. And as you can see in this card, it has a lot of love and fantasy to it. So this is going to be a really happy place for you in your tribe where you belong. So if you can just go that last stretch and know you are going to reach the finish line, there will be closure on this, and it will be a beautiful closure. It will be fate, because you're coming to where you belong, and this is preparing you for that. The last card we have is To the Sea. And this card is all about going with the flow. She's just like sitting in a bathtub in her own little world, enjoying the bubbles and the nice bath. And she doesn't even realize she's just floating off into the ocean. And then here we have a higher power looking over and watching over here with this really calm, just knowing look. And I have never gotten this card before, so it's really cool that you got this card, Scorpio, because I have used this deck quite a bit and I have never gotten this card before. And this is just letting you know to just go with the flow. It's kind of like the whole reading says. It's just all here for a reason. So this Just be like the girl in the bathtub floating out to sea. The water, it's the flow of life. This is all your flow. This is all in your flow of life. This is all here for a bigger reason. This could be something that you've been working on for a long time. So, just know, this is just your last little stretch before you're in your place where you belong. And this is all preparing you for that place. And that really happy, beautiful feeling of home, being home and belonging. Okay? So, the main message here is to just go with the flow and just have faith that this is all working in the correct time. I can't even think of like what I'm trying to say, but it's like all the right steps. So just go with it, okay? Okay, thank you so much, Scorpio. That was an amazing reading. Happy birthday, and I'll see you guys in December. Bye.